What's up guys, it's Bolt and I'm back here with another Elden Ring build video. And in this video I'm going to be showing you guys my try-hard strength faith build. So yes, this is my bestial slinging, veteran wearing, flame striking, crouch poking, no joking try-hard build. Apologies that you have to look at this monstrosity armor set. Yes, I know it doesn't look good. Yes, we're min-maxed. But this is what you got to do when you want to try hard, sweat, and win duels. So sometimes I just want to go on win streaks and just play as hard as I can, and sometimes I just want to chill, look cool, style on dudes, and use non-meta stuff. But funny enough, even on my try hard build, I still use non-meta stuff. I just can't escape it. I like to use things that are fun for me. But unfortunately, I don't look good in this build. So let's go with the stats. We are level 150. Our vigor is 60. Again, guys, I tell you, you want to be as close to 60 vigor as you possibly can. The damage in this game is very high, so you want to be able to survive as much as you can. We left our mind at 10. This is because this is a melee focused build. We're not casting incantations as much, and the ones we do use are not costly in FP, so we get away with the 10 mind, especially since we're dueling. So we're not doing invasions with this. This is a purely duel build. Endurance is 35. That is just enough to wear the armor sets that I want to use with my respective weapons to get me to 104 poise or 96. So guys, I like to stay between 96 and 104 poise. 96 poise, I believe, allows you to poise through one-handed halberds, and 104 allows you to tank through two-handed halberds. The regular R1s, not the running R1s or anything like that. 66 strength. The first cap is 55, but we go to 66 because when you two-hand it, you get 50% more of the strength, so we get 99 strength when we two-hand a weapon. Dexterity is at 14, and that's just to use some of the weapons that we have. Intelligence we did not touch. And faith is actually 28. I'm using the Halleck Tree Helm, which allows me to get 2 more faith. So we min-max this build to a degree. The 30 faith allows us to cast Black Flame Protection, which I will go over in a second. And then Arcane is at 7. We did not touch it. So let's go on. Oh, we'll go on to our spell setup. We have Bestial Sling, which is, my opinion, the best incantation in the game. Comes out very fast, does insane poise damage. Great for getting aggressive players to play a little bit more passively to get them off your back. Just overall an amazing spell. I don't like to spam it. I've played against players who just, this is all they do is press L1 or R1 if they have 2 and they have another seal in their other hand, and they just constantly press L1. I know it's very tempting to do that. I try my best not to because that's just annoying, but it's just a great spell. Use it as a finisher when they're down low on health. Use it to break their poise, and yeah, it's just amazing. Arguably another one of the best incantations in the game is Catch Flame. Comes out so fast, does great damage, costs nothing, and it really makes up with, because it comes out so fast, it makes up this for the lack of speed that some of these slower weapons on this strength build have. So amazing. Flame Fall Upon them is I use it as a finisher. It has a very generous hitbox because it throws so many fireballs out, so you could be a little bit inaccurate when you throw it and still be able to catch somebody. So with these type of projectile weapons, you want to free aim. You don't want to lock on. You're not going to hit anything if you lock on. So free aim it, guess where your opponent is going, and since it has so many fireballs, you will probably hit them. It doesn't do too much damage, but I do use it more so as a finisher. And then everybody's hated. We got the buffs. Yeah, no. I've been playing this game since Demon Souls, and for whatever reason, people have problems with buffs in this game. Nobody ever had a problem with buffs in the other games, but whatever. They do in this game. So you might get a little bit of salty players when you buff, but it is what it is. It's a faith build. It's part of your build. You are able to use it. You invested points in using it, so use it. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and buff 5 times. I've seen players do that, and that's just annoying. I do 2 buffs, and that's it. I'll only use my Physick Flask if my opponent uses it. So that'll be my 3rd buff, and that's only if my opponent uses it. So we have Golden Vow, which is actually nerfed in PvP. In PvE, it's much stronger, and in PvP, I don't know the exact percentages, but it is nerfed. So you get like a very slight buff to your offense and your defense with that. And then, in my opinion, the best buff in the game is Black Flame Protection. This gives you a generous boost to your physical defense. I think it's like 30% or so, which is pretty incredible. Don't quote me on the percentage, but I think that's what it is. With the penalty of healing, so it will nerf all of your healing capabilities. So since we're dueling, you're not supposed to be healing. So this basically doesn't do anything to you in terms of nerfing. So guys, highly recommend Black Flame Protection. Alright, let's go over the weapons that I enjoy using on this build. So I already did a whole, well, using the claw mark seal, obviously, because it's a strength. This also scales off of strength, so this is the seal that you would like to use. So I already did a video on the heavy iron cleaver. I'm not going to go into it. If you guys want to check that video, I'll link it in the description box. But this is probably my favorite regular weapon. The only thing I will add is that I did play around with so many Ashes of War in it, and I finally decided the Ash of War that I enjoy on this particular weapon, and that is Flame Strike. I feel like it compensates or it complements it very well, as this is a very short weapon, doesn't have a lot of range. Flame Strike has that lingering hitbox, and also gives that nice sweeping forward momentum attack, which gives a little bit of range, along with your R2s, charged R2s, or just regular R2s that you want to do. That's your bread and butter of this weapon. Spam that all day, and just catch your opponents off guard. Won't go any more into it. You can watch the video and check it out. Alright, here's another Chad weapon that I've been using, that I've been having fun with. I did a whole video on Barbaric Roar. You can see that one as well. It gives weapons unique R2s. So, hammer class weapons such as the Morningstar get that unique R2 that comes up very fast. It's just a true combo. You hit the first one, second, whatever, the others will combo. But the unique thing about the hammer class weapons is that it has a follow-up unique R2. So after you finish this, you have this, which will catch players off guard as well. And that alone right there does 1,000 damage. If you connect with the 1-2 combo there, it does 1,000 damage. Incredible. The reason why I picked the Morningstar and the hammer class weapons is it has such an amazing running R2, which is a thrust like this. And that has a lot of forward momentum, and you can catch a lot of your players like that. Other than that, hammer class weapons are not good. They do too little poise damage. They do need a poise buff in my opinion. But the R1s are pretty decent. You can stagger them like all your other ones and then catch players off guard mix-ups. R2s aren't very good. The jumping R2 I'm sorry, the jumping R1 is the better of the attacks. But I do like it. This one has bleed. It's a Chad weapon. When I say that, like, it has no range, and people just will not respect you, and that's why this is where Barbaric Roar comes in. They're not going to respect this weapon, but they'll respect that when they get hit with it. Alright, let's go on to the next one, and that is the Gargoyle's twinblade. I'm not going to go in depth in this one as well, but if you are using this on this particular build, you will need to use Millicent's prosthesis to give you the extra dex so you can wield it. And then you'll see the setup. This is a roar weapon, so you want to, for any other Barbaric Roar type builds, you want to use this setup on your Talismans. You want to get the extra poise. This boosts your roar. The multiple hits will proc Rotten Wing Insignia. This will give you the same effect as Rotten Wing, but it gives you the extra dex. So you actually, for the Morningstar, you can use something else. You can use something like Old Lord's Talisman. But I'll go over the Talisman in a second. So again, also make sure when you're wearing these weapons that you have you're not fat rolling. So I would actually have to change my pants if I was using this particular weapon. But the same thing, the Barbaric Roar gives you that unique R2. This is Night with this. This is a true combo that will kill them. Gargoyle Halberd just does so much damage. Other than that, twin blades are pretty bad, but they do hit multiple times, so you will proc the Rotten Wing Insignia. It does a lot of damage. Yeah, I won't go too in depth in this weapon. You can watch my Barbaric Roar video. Alright, next, my TRYHARD weapons. My TRYHARD weapons, guys. Double spears, double great spears. Not too much to say about this, honestly. So I would probably do something like this if I'm using double spears. I'll put where is this? So I can wear heavier armor. I have Glitstone Pebble on here, and then my Spear Talisman. So you want to look something like I'm still fat rolling. I have to change to like veteran's pants or something. So I have to look like something like this, and I can wear it. So double spears are probably the strongest setup in the game. The counter hits with the Spear Talisman just do absurd damage. The crouch L1s come up very fast. You could just literally win a duel just by crouch L1ing. And the jumping attack is actually pretty insane as on it as well. I've done like 1700 damage just by the jumping. It's without the claw talismans, by the way. It has the running L1 that does chase downs. So this is another good, and you can free aim it if somebody goes behind you. Turn around, free aim it, and get them. And I have Glintstone Pebble. I know, guys, it's insanely strong. I don't use this setup very often. Actually, I only use it when I get bored of my other weapons. Like I could only use the Iron Cleaver so much before I want to switch things up. So I don't use this too much, and I don't even use Glintstone Pebble too much. I don't spam it when I'm using this setup. It is one of the strongest Ashes of War in the game. You could probably one-shot a lot of players. Especially if it's on a mage build, you will definitely one-shot. So it's not as effective on a non-mage build, but it's still one of the best Ashes of War regardless, which is crazy that you could do that much damage without dedicated intelligence build, you know. So not too much. These are self-explanatory. You just trade hits. You put Spear Talisman on and just trade. All day trade. Nothing fancy about the Great Spears. It's just overall an insanely strong weapon class. Next is my halberds, my Nightrider glaive. So for this, I'll use this, pretty much something similar. I will put on probably Old Lord's Talisman. I have this, and then I could wear I could probably get my 104 boys with this because it's not as heavy. So halberd class is probably one of the strongest weapon classes in the game as well. They do insane poise damage, and the range is great. They have pokes. Your running R1 is fantastic. That's going to be one of your main moves. The jumping R2 is very good. It comes out very fast. The recovery is very fast and has a nice sweeping arc, and it will hit behind you. So if somebody comes behind you, you could also free aim it. And yeah, really good. The regular R1s have nice range. Stagger them again. So like staggering means just like hesitate after your first R1. Don't press R1 right away and follow up with the next. For this, I do have 2 of these. So my main one will have Flaming Strike. After, you know, if the duel is going on long and I've been spamming Flaming Strike a while and I want to throw my opponent off, I will hard swap. I'm not very good at hard swapping, but I will hard swap to my second one. This is an easy hard swap because they're right next to each other. And my second Nightrider glaive has Storm Stomp. So with Storm Stomp, it's really cheesy. Actual War. Well, they're all cheesy, honestly. You want to you could count. You could reaction trade with Storm Stomp. Wait for them to attack while they're attacking. Storm Stomp, you poise through their attack, and you get a free R1. It's actually pretty ridiculous. But yeah, that goes over that. And then our final would be the greatsword, the Colossal swords. Some fat rolling here. So for this one, we'll have to put on something probably like this right here. The Colossal swords are just obviously one of the best weapon classes in the game. Also, this is why I ended with the TRYHARD stuff. Everybody knows the crouch poke meta. I try not to do that so much. You know, I am always been a huge fan. They've always been my favorite weapons, the Ultra Great Swords in the Dark Souls games. But with the removal of the true combo R1 to R1, everybody just resorts to crouch poking. It's just ridiculous, especially with the Spear Talisman. You trade hits, you're gonna hit for over 1,000 damage. It's just really silly. But me personally, I don't like to do that. I get bored. I will be crouch poking. It's the strongest attack that this weapon has. But I try not to spam it like some players. That'll be the only attack. So I do like to do R1s. Again, with the staggering. Think that you finish with it and you follow with another one. Charge R2s to throw off their timing. Jump attacks. I like to mix it up. I can't just do the same attack over and over. So go over the ashes for this one. I have 2. The first one does have Giant Hunt. So the trick to Giant Hunt is never reveal it immediately. You do not want to reveal your Giant Hunt. So do your crouch pokes. Sometimes you want to do 2 at a time, like really fast. And then you're going to use Giant Hunt as a mix-up to throw their timing off on the crouch poke. And then that's when you get them. And that'll kill them. They're not going to survive that. If it's a long duel, or if I just need to do a mix-up on somebody, I will hard swap to my other greatsword, which has Storm Stomp. So again, reaction trade, guys. They attack you during their attack, Storm Stomp them, free up. That's gonna do like 800, and yeah, Storm Stomp is ridiculous. Then I got everything. The heavy grave scythe I only use against great shield users. So if somebody swaps to a great shield, a percentage of the scythe's attack does go through shields. So I'll put Royal Knight's Resolve on it, jumping R2s, and that's how I'll take care of the great shield user. You'll still do really respectable damage through a great shield. It's pretty good. So my weapons, I have the rickety shield just in case I want to parry somebody, which I don't do often. With the latency in this game, I don't trust parrying too much. Once in a while I'll do it, but I'm not a parry god. Talismans, guys. I tend to keep bull goat on to get the poise. For my piercing weapons, I do use the spear talisman to get the extra count of damage. Any weapon that has unique R2s, or if I'm going to be doing R2 attacks a lot on it, I will put Axe Talisman. If I have really powering Ashes of War on my weapon, I have this on, the Shard of Alexander. Things that hit multiple times, Rotten Wing Sword Insignia. During the duel, if I need to hard swap to, like I say, I'm dying, I need more defense, I'll swap to this. If I'm the Blue Feathered Brent Sword. Roar type of Ashes of War, Barbaric Roar, Beast Roar, whatever. I do have the Roar Medallion on. Old Lord's Talisman is, I use that to keep my buffs on longer for the weapons. That if I do have a empty talisman slot that doesn't go with my respective weapon, I will put Old Lord's Talisman on. For example, the Iron Cleaver, to keep my buff on longer throughout the fight. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You switch to your talismans as needed. If you need to regen health, put the Blessed Dew talisman off. If you're fighting somebody who has bleed or any other status effects, you will use your immunizing Horn Charm, Stalwart Horn Charm, or the Clarifying Horn Charm, whatever you need. If you do want to get a little bit more heavily invested in incantation damage, then put your Flox Canvas Talisman on. It does stack with the other Canvas Talisman, but this is melee focus, not a dedicated pure faith build. Yeah, that sums it up pretty well. In my Physick Flask, I do use the Strength Knot. That'll bring my strength up to 76, which is almost a hard cap at 80. Just to get a little bit more damage. I do not have the regenerating health tier in this flask because I use Black Flame Protection. It does nerf all healing, so you will not heal the same way using that tier while having Black Flame active. Crimson Bubble tier, I haven't seen it be affected by Black Flame tier, so I still use it. Crimson Bubble tier is probably the tier that could go on any build, honestly. It's really one of the best tiers in my game. It restores you when you're near death, so if your opponent brings you down to a certain percentage, it'll heal you to a certain percentage, which is really good. It's not as good as Tears of Denial in the other games because your opponent could do 1,000,000 damage to you and it would still just bring you down to 1 HP. In this game, if your opponent does 1,000,000 damage to you, Crimson Bubble tier will not heal you and make you survive. You will die. If the damage is going to exceed a certain threshold, it will not heal you and you will still die. So it's fair and balanced in my opinion. Tears of Denial was better, but it is what it is. We got the budget version. But yeah, that's in my Physick Flask, guys. All right, so guys, that's basically it. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Really helps my channel out grow. I do want to do a little bit more low-level stuff, in particular a dex build, so be on the lookout for a low-level dex build. And is there anything else you want me to try? You want to see if you've discovered any cool combos or cool weapons or anything like that, please drop a comment. I would like to know. I would like to try things. I like trying new things out, keep the game fresh instead of just being boring meta like this build. Yes, guys, I know it's tryharding. It's a sweaty build. I understand that, but sometimes you just want to sweat and sometimes you want to just lay back. Like, I'll use my Malekith's Blackblade build, look really cool, use non-meta stuff, and just have fun. And then sometimes you just want to go hard and put on this monstrosity right here. But that's it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will catch all of you in the next one.